Hi, Dr. Gene Cobb here with Alternative Chiro Care, and today I want to talk about the topic of stress and its effects on the body. So, it's pretty obvious we live in a world right now with a lot of stress, and it could do lots of things to our body, not just make us feel anxious, but actually cause physical harm. So some of the things that stress can do to the body is anxiety, depression. Could also include metabolism issues, like gaining weight, for example. Could also include digestive issues, ulcers, heart palpitations. These just scratching the surface, because really emotional stress could do anything and everything to the body. So what does this mean in terms of physiology? Or I'm talking about the body being affected, health issues happening from stress. There are glands in the body that are designed to handle stress. They're the adrenal glands. And the adrenals are really important, and in my opinion, they're kind of underlooked at as far as other organs of the body. Just like the thyroid, the adrenals are part of your endocrine system, a very important system of your body that regulates metabolism. But in addition to that, the adrenals, probably pound for pound, one of the most important organs of the body, just in sheer scope of what they do. For example, the adrenals regulate hormones. They regulate blood sugar. They have a role in opening and closing all of the valves of the GI tract. They also have a big role in just your mood, again with symptoms like depression or anxiety when the adrenals are low, because the adrenals produce specific hormones that help our body deal with stress. So sometimes, kind of like the analogy of a bucket that spills over, you could put one drop at a time in a bucket and it doesn't spill over, and you got plenty of bucket to absorb the water. But eventually that bucket could get filled up, and one drop can make it spill over. So with that analogy, comparing it to our emotions, yes, a big emotion or a really heavy emotion could cause problems, but sometimes it's not just that. It's that one drop that caused it to spill over. So the adrenal glands need to be evaluated properly to be able to heal them and get rid of all these symptoms or avoid those symptoms altogether. So how do I deal with adrenals? First of all, we need to find out if it is the adrenals causing these symptoms, and then use what I mentioned before in the previous video, the 4 pillars of health. And using these 4 pillars of health, I could find out if it's one or a combination of things that could be depleting the adrenals. So after checking the adrenal points on the body, if they are weak, I want to cross-check them to structure. I want to find out, is there any nerve? And if you think of your nerves, again, kind of like wires that innervate every cell of your body, if those nerves or those wires are being impinged in any way, innervating your adrenal glands. And if they are, we need to do a safe and gentle chiropractic adjustment to actually take the pressure off of the nervous system, or those nerves, again, thinking of them kind of like wires, to get the pressure off that so you're not shorting out anything electrically that's innervating the adrenal glands. So structure, always an important thing to check. Again, going through the 4 pillars of health, the second thing is checking nutritional deficiency. And sometimes, even if we're getting a really healthy diet, making sure we're getting all the things we need, most of us just don't. There's a deficiency. And sometimes if there's an extra demand on an organ system, you're going to need extra nutrition to keep that organ healthy as it's being depleted. So that's another thing I would check, and if I find that is an issue, then I use organic whole food concentrates to deal with the nutrition deficiency. And then the third thing in the pillar of health, I would check for toxins, because we all know we live in a pretty toxic world these days. And so if toxins is one of the things affecting the adrenal glands, and I check that that's positive, I use homeopathic remedies to clear the toxins out of the body in a safe way. The fourth and final thing, and again probably the most important thing, is emotional stress. So if I found that that was one of the contributing factors, I would use a system of muscle testing that helps me find the exact emotions that are doing this to the adrenal glands, so we can get them healthy again. So we can neutralize these emotions or take that electrical charge off it to get the body functioning healthy again. And once any of these 4 pillars of health, or these factors that could be interfering with the adrenal glands' normal function and their normal hormone production to help us deal with stress, once that's brought back to balance, the body heals itself and these symptoms just go away. So especially in this heavy time of stress right now, real good idea to get your adrenal glands checked, make sure they're functioning properly, and if they're not, to get them functioning properly again, where you could avoid a lot of unwanted symptoms. So I hope you enjoyed this video on stress and adrenal function today. Please like and subscribe, and thank you for watching.